Hey guys, Crystal Otaku here with another Fallout 4 video, and I thought this would be a great video to do over the 10 Easter eggs that you may or may not know of, and it's pretty cool. So the first one, I'm just going to start you off here. This is going to be a very hard one to actually get to. Basically, you're going to need to come to the map. It's by the General Atomics factory and the four-leaf fishing packing plant. You're basically going to head from there or any other place and just go straight out to the water to this destination right here. This is going to be very hard to see, so if you can't see, please pause the video when I do go down there, because this is going to be very hard to see with the first one. Just a little warning before you guys start freaking out and saying, oh, I can't see. Eventually you will be able to see the boat. So basically you're just going to need to head down from where I was, and you will find a very unique sunken boat. So basically we're just going to head on inside, and it is very hard to see. Sorry about that. It is kind of, you can't use a power armor for this. And you're going to come down into this boat and just look up. Basically you're going to see Meow and a bunch of cats on there. So it's going to be interesting to do, and I got to keep myself alive here. But it is very interesting to see and see a bunch of meows and everything. So, and let's get to our next Easter egg. Okay, our next Easter egg, you will need to head to the Backstreet Apparel. So, looking on your map, the Backstreet Apparel is right here, and that's right there from Diamond City, so it's not that far. You're pretty much just going over here. Let's remove our marker here and get on with our second Easter egg. So the second one, you just want to head in, and this one I found pretty funny. I don't know if you guys will, but it's kind of an Easter egg and it kind of isn't, but it is something they intended for someone to find and find it funny. So it is an Easter egg. It could be a secret slash Easter egg. So what you want to do is you want to come in, just remove these raiders right here, and as soon as you remove everything from the store, you just want to head right back here, and you're gonna find something pretty funny. You want to head, before heading up, you just want to come right into the men's room. And when you do, you will find this little teddy bear sitting right here with glasses and a newspaper. I thought it was pretty funny to actually see in a bathroom in the Fallout. And it's pretty funny. It's a nice little Easter egg that they did intend to put in the game. And now on to our number 3. Hey guys, now this is our 4th Easter egg. This is for the die-hard fans. Really die-hard fans that remember playing Fallout 3. Most people don't, they do know this. So when you're going to visit Cove, you want to go over to you're just visiting the place. You got to ask some questions. So asking this guy, to take the test and all that, you're going to take a seat right over here as he makes you take a seat. So when you're taking the seat, and I'm going to show you guys on the map real quick of where this place is. If I can't, oh, I can't, no. Okay, so we're just going to go on with the questions. Okay, so again, there is no wrong answer. All the questions that this guy does ask is actually from Fallout 3 in the beginning of the game. It is pretty cool, and it is really great to have for all the diehard fans. So I think it was a good little deal with this. So I think it was very cool to have add into the Fallout 4, and they just switched it in there. So Cove, most people do know where it is, and it is a unlockable settlement, and it is a very unique way of putting it in the game. I think it is a great way to have, and basically you will find this settlement that you can take over. You will have to kill everybody in it. Cove is right here. You'll pretty much find it if you go from Sanctuary is right here. If you keep on just heading that way, you'll end up fighting Cove, and also Diamond City. You just go up, and it's sitting right here. So, on to our next little Easter egg. So, guys, our next little thing in our Easter egg is actually going to involve real life. You guys are going to do this. I'm not going to call this number, but I do want you guys to call it because it is a brilliant number to call. It involves the game adding real life features. So basically, you could do this with any little fridge. So you're gonna head over and you're gonna see this Vault Tech. Don't forget to sign up and secure your future. Call today. You're going to call this number 1-888 for Vault Tech. That is 1-888 for 82858832. If you didn't get that number, it will be in the description. So I hope you guys do go and call that. It is pretty wild to actually call it. It is pretty funny as well, and I hope you guys do and call it. And that's one of the Easter eggs they did involve real life. Now let's get on to our next Easter egg. So our next little Easter egg that we have here, guys, is why you don't mix a bunch of stuff. And let's just get into it. Okay, so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna head right here from all these 4 places and just go in the middle of all these places right here, right in this area. So this place is Cutler Bend is right there, Gunner's Plaza is right there. Pretty much they're all near it. Okay, so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna head out in the middle of these woods, and you're gonna notice that there's a cabin out here, but by the time you get to it, something's going to happen. As you can see, it did explode, but getting closer and discovering why it exploded is a different story here. So when the smoke clears and everything's clearing, you walk in and you find a dead body and a bunch of flasks and everything everywhere. And you just witness a moonshiner blow up his own stuff. It is very bad, but it's also pretty funny, and why you shouldn't try to do this stuff in real life, because this stuff can happen. And just look at it, devastating effect. And it is a cool, pretty cool Easter egg that I do like. And again, you can find this right here. And just to zoom out, from a Diamond City, you just walk down. Pretty much, you'll just find a moonshiner that got exploded. And on to our next Easter egg. Hey guys, our next little Easter egg is right. This can be found pretty much anywhere actually, but I'm going to show you a little spot that you can see it at. It's by Lexington and the Super Duper Mart. This can be in Sanctuary. You're just going down and bam, you hit this. But these are found everywhere. It is actually found on a motorcycle. And actually, this is going to be 2 little Easter eggs put into one, I guess. Well, I'm not going to count it as one, but if dog meat will get off. Okay, so basically this says Lone Wonder. The Lone Wonder right here is actually referring to the Fallout 3 character. And that referring to the Fallout 3 character, I'm going to give you guys an extra little bit of information. The baby that was played in Fallout 3, that was, the baby that talks in Fallout 3 and, does all the gabbling and stuff when you first play him, that is actually Todd Howard's son in Fallout 3, playing as the baby on his first birthday. Basically, how would it be to be on your first baby, not your first baby, but your first birthday, and your voice is already put into a game? That is Todd Howard's son for you. Let's get on to our next Easter egg. There's so many mess ups right here. Let's get on to our next Easter egg. Now we're back with our next Easter egg. This Easter egg is actually Stonehenge. This is an ancient They consider it a burial site. No one has no clue. They're just a bunch of rocks put together. This is actually the recreation of the Stonehenge that was thousands of years ago that they made. So pretty much, this is Fallout 4 recreating the Stonehenge in cars. It's not exactly in the detail, but it is pretty close. This is Stonehenge in Fallout with cars though. They say it's an ancient burial site. No one really has no clue what the Stonehenge is, but Fallout 4 put it in the game. And this is I'm pretty sure you guys got a good look of this. And I'm gonna head over to our next Easter egg. This is again Stonehenge that was made thousands of years ago that no one has a clue. I can't give you guys a lot of information on it because no one really knows what happened. So let's get on to our next Easter egg. Guys, we are with our next Easter egg, our 8th Easter egg here. And this one is pretty unique actually. It is pretty crazy. Todd Howard in the game. So basically you want to head over to Diamond City and you want to head over to Dugout Inn. You're going to walk inside and Todd Howard is on a painting as Napoleon Dynamite. No, I'm joking, not Napoleon Dynamite, but Napoleon. That was a good joke though. If any of you have actually watched Napoleon Dynamite, it is a really good film. But no, he is Napoleon. So basically you want to head over, as you can see, to this one door with the one on it. One door. Todd Howard is actually Napoleon right here. And that is pretty cool to have Todd Howard as Napoleon in the game. On a painting, we are playing his game, so it is pretty cool to have him in his own game. And this is the 8th Easter egg. And let's get on to our next one. We are back with another Easter egg. This one is for the people that are not easily offended. If you are easily offended, I would suggest keep on going through the video. Do not listen to this. This is a very dirty, yet, understandable thing about Red Rocket and meeting your dog here. I'm not going to show any video clips of it or anything in this, but, Red Rocket is basically off of South Park, and, you meeting your dog here is a very, unique thing, and is a very bad thing, because in this Easter egg, basically in South Park, Cartman jerks off his dog and says Red Rocket. So this is a very not a very good Easter egg, and it's not good for the easily offended since it is off of South Park and it is a Red Rocket and you meet your dog here. While in the show, Cartman jerks off his dog and says, "Come on boy, you're Red Rocket." And it is a very funny Easter egg, and it is a very dirty Easter egg. And meeting your dog here does not work well. And as you guys can see, I did get some new clothes. My clothes were getting dirty, so I had to put some new clothes on. I gotta be that patriotism. And the name of this apparel, you could say, is a patriotism for life. So again, this has nothing to do with that. I was just wondering if you guys are like, okay, what's with his clothes? But this is a very dirty Easter egg. Sorry to get off topic there. Just all the people that are gonna ask in the comments, why is your clothes so patriotic? But it is Red Rocket. It's a very dirty Easter egg. And let's get on to our last Easter egg.